Harry at running back. He's wearing number 1 tonight. He had been wearing number 7. We were told before the game that he always wanted that number, and it finally became available, and he got it.
And he was hounded. He wanted that number, right? Coach said, tonight's the night you get it. Stu, we had a little bit of a blip there. We apologize to everybody out there. Internet all of a sudden just connected and rebooted itself. So it was one of those things that, unfortunately, we didn't have any control over. We're back. We should still be under the same stream, we think, too. So we think everything is right now okay. So,
well, Lancaster takes a penalty on first down, as you see the fans here at the game tonight.
What we saw was, Stu, we seen, look at that, right? Short passes, run, right? It's exactly what we said we were expecting to see right now.
And they'll hand it off to Harry, and he'll barrel through there. Some good hard running, gets into the Canisius end of the field. He stopped at the Crusaders' 47-yard line.
And Harry, we already know, right? Already a Conley Cup finalist last year. We know how good this kid really is. The question is right now, can Lancaster open the holes right now to get him some running room? Because they already seen how good he's already been this year behind him.
Didn't he have a 95-yard touchdown run in that championship game last year against Bennett at the stadium? Was that him, or did I flip that around the other way?
I think it was flipped the other way. Wasn't it Allen who did?
You're probably right, but Harry had a great game.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, that was a great game, period, really, right? Yeah, I mean, and again, we're expecting right now.
Could be the same thing.
Guess what happens next week, right? This is right now to get your team to get ready for that Bennett, because here comes the gauntlet run for Lancaster, right? Canisius, Bennett, Orchard Park, they go right in a row. So here comes the gauntlet, and they're getting ready. This is a game to get them ready for that.
3rd down and 8 from the 44-yard line for the Legends. Max Stolt looking over at the sideline. Now the Legends get ready. And back to pass Stolt on the far side, incomplete. And that'll bring up a 4th down for Lancaster. And we'll see how Coach Rupp plays this. Looks like they're going to punt and perhaps try to bury the Crusaders deep in their own end of the field.
Yeah, again, this is what we talked about, right? We're going to see both teams predominantly do the same type of thing, right? But what style is going to weigh out, right? Can this strong offensive line play out, or can the different moves that Lancaster makes get them the openings they need to be able to run the ball?
Well, the punt lands at about the 18-yard line. A Canisius player fell on it but never possessed it, and a Lancaster player jumped on the ball. The ball will still be with Canisius. Well, it'll be 1st and 10.
That's what we talk about, Stu, right?
By Lancaster, though, to jump on the ball.
Well, not only that, did you actually see the block that happened to be able to do that?
Yes.
So what happens right here is what kicking guys try to do is find the hole in the special teams and go to it. If your back guy is not aggressive enough to come up, or that you're not going to take a couple steps back and go get that ball, guess what? This is a perfect opening for whoever's kicking the team to go out and try to get that ball back.
1st and 10 Crusaders at their own 19-yard line. Panuchev hands it off, and there's not really much room to run there. Nizel Lash gets about a 2-yard gain, which will make it a no gain, actually. 2nd and 10. So I guess we're going to see a lot of feeling out in this first quarter.
That's exactly what it feels like right now. You know, no pun there, as you did. But listen, both teams are also. This is your strength, right? So you're going to keep doing it until you can try to find some things to make some adjustments with your strength.
Panuchev back to pass, throws on the far side. It's caught. It's a very short gain.
Looked like he tripped it there, is what it was.
Yes. I believe that was Dyrell Howard Dawson, number 7, on the catch. It's a 1-yard gain. Tyree Wilkinson, excuse me. It's a 5-yard gain. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and 5 from the 24 for the Crusaders. This is the 2nd possession for Canisius. They were stopped on downs on the first one. Lancaster also went, well, not also, but they did go 3 and out, and they punted. And here comes Panuchev looking to pass. He throws incomplete. Knocked away. Evan Dean, the intended receiver, and the Legends defense was there to knock it down. Sam Judas, number 52, right there in your screen. With the defense, it's 4th and 5.
I don't know if you saw that. Evan Stencil was just turned the wrong way right there, right? He didn't get a chance to see that there. If he has his eye on the quarterback, there's a chance that's a pick six right there.
So it looks like Panuchev will do the old quick kick thing here. And he does. And it's caught at the 40 and tackled immediately. So it'll be 1st and 10 Lancaster.
Legends take over 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line.
Hey, Stu, let's talk about how both teams got here, right? So right now, Lancaster 4-0. Jamestown, they beat 16-9. Niagara Falls, they beat 45-6. They beat Will North 21-0. And then they beat Hutch Tech 41-0. And that got us to this game right here. And then when we get a little second here, we'll go over how the Crusaders' schedule's gone so far.
Stolt gets that shotgun snap, and we get a whistle. They handed it off to Harry, but is that a false start or a delay in game? Let's see what Al Fuller calls this here. It's a false start against Lancaster. That's the second time they've taken a penalty on 1st down.
So real quick, how Canisius, they're 3-1. They're only lost to Walsh Jesuit, one of the top teams out of Ohio. They lose 48-6. Beat Aquinas 14-13. Beat Western New York Maritime Health Sciences 43-30, and then beat St. Joe's, their rival, 39-22 last week.
Pass to the near side is caught and tackled immediately. Great defensive play there. Jack Herring. Not much room to run there, Tom. I think they lost a couple of yards on that.
Well, again, it's that quick out pass, right? But you can see they're both teams. They both are ready for each other to play, and they're getting quick to the ball. Both teams not allowing that quick pass for you to make your move. They're on you directly.
Now Stolt, another short pass, this time to the near side, and Harry makes the catch, and he's shoved out of bounds at about the 36-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Legends. Good shot of Craig Krasinski.
Well, just forget the shot. That was a great shot of Coach Krasinski. Did you see the sunset there that was in that shot?
Yes.
What a great shot right there by Mario Hall.
3rd and 14 for the Legends. Oh, we got to have a. Looks like that's going to go against Lancaster. I don't have a number 74 on my roster. I think that's who moved early, so that'll back them up, and it'll make it 3rd and 19 on the Legends. Maybe that was 79. That would be Tyler Leach, who jumped.
Thank you, Mario. Good job, buddy.
So it's 3rd and 19 from the 31. Long way to go for the Legends for a 1st down. Stolt back to pass. He throws deep downfield and incomplete. Nice defensive play by Michael Doctor, number 3, to break up that pass. Oh, excuse me, number 4, Jaden Clark breaking up the pass. And that'll bring up 4th and 19 for the Legends.
Just a little underthrown there, right? Oh, look at, there's that sunset we talked about. What a great shot Mario Hall's got up there right now. But you could see a little underthrown that gave him the opportunity to get back a little bit, knock that pass down. Great defense right there to be able to come back and make that happen.
And the punt is nearly blocked, but it comes to the near side and is down at about the 40-yard line. Michael Doctor for Canisius falling on the ball there. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. So we've had 4 possessions, and I don't think we've had a 1st down yet.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I wonder if because we're cooling down, if we've got some dew out there on the grass, because we've seen a lot of slipping all over the place. We've seen, obviously, the slip across the field. We saw the when it was kicked off right there, the slip. We just saw another slip there. You wonder if there's just enough dew on that field to make it a little slick right now.
Well, it's a great grass field, one of the, I'd have to say almost one of the few remaining grass fields. It's been a great field for a long time. First and 10, Crusaders. Danuchev hands it off to the first back through, and still on his feet and still going. Nice run all the way down to the Lancaster 45-yard line. Tyrell Howard Dolson, and that is the first down of the game for either team. Best run of the game so far.
Stu, if you feel that you've got an advantage on the line, right, and you feel you've got a strength advantage, what do? You go up the gut and you follow your guys, right? Let them open up the holes, and that's the first time we see Canisius right there try to take what they feel is an advantage for them.
So it's first and 10 at the Lancaster 45-yard line, and we have movement on the line of scrimmage, and I think that's going to go against Canisius. False start against the Crusaders. So it'll become first and 15 at the 50-yard line. Danuchev hands it off, and Tyrell Howard Dolson, I believe, with a short gain there. Be second down.
Howard Dolson on the carry.
No, excuse me, no, Howard Dolson on the carry. And on the tackle, it was Dolson. Okay, thank you.
Along with Mike South. Second and 13.
So second and 13 for the Crusaders. And just for the record, the numbers that Canisius is wearing, you can see them on TV. Those numbers are illegal in Section 6, but this is one of those games. We'll call it a crossover game. Second down, Danuchev hands off on the far side, and very little running room.
Jaden Clark on the carry.
Jaden Clark, I'm not sure if he gained anything, might have even lost a yard or two. It'll bring up a third down. I think no gain, third and 13.
No gain.
Third and 13 for the Crusaders. 3:40 and counting to go here in a scoreless first quarter. Beautiful crowd here at Lancaster. The bleachers on the far side, the Canisius side, are filled to capacity. I can't see the Lancaster side.
When I stood up, they were filled already earlier.
I was going to say. Third and 13. Danuchev back to pass, throws to the near side. It's caught short of the first down. Jaden Clark on the reception. It'll bring up a fourth down. Sam Judas on the tackle.
Check that. 4 makes it 4th and 9.
So it's 4th and 9 for the Crusaders, and I think we're going to see another fourth down try here.
I think you're in the area. Why
Yeah,
not, right?
absolutely.
I mean, but I also like the thought process that Lancaster, what they wanted to do, right? They wanted to pin down Canisius before and then allow their defense to try to come up big and maybe even get themselves better field position than they had the first time, right? So, listen, this is just a move of what you're most comfortable with, and we already know Coach Krasinski does not like to punt anyway, right? So this is something that we would absolutely expect.
And we're going to get a timeout on the field. Canisius takes a timeout. We'll take a timeout too. Canisius nothing, Lancaster nothing with 2:25 to play in the first quarter. You're watching high school football on Western New York Athletics.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
You're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 8.
4th and 9 for the Crusaders. And they are going for it. Danuchev back to pass. In trouble. Runs to the far side. Points downfield. Fires downfield. And it is caught. inside the 5-yard line.
Panuchev's pass complete to Evan Dean.
Evan Dean on the reception. He fired that thing up there, and Dean didn't have anybody near him, Tom.
Well, listen, this is a broken play, right? You could see he rolls out, makes something happen, and when he does that, his receiver releases beautifully right there. As you saw the release to get the opening, and he showed his arm off a little bit there. You know what I mean? Again, that wasn't something where I'd say was the planned long ball. That was something that came about from a broken play. Give both quarterback, wide receiver credit making the adjustments they needed
And he
to.
made a nice play to escape all that traffic. There's a flag, and whatever that is, I think is coming back. It's a short run. That's in the territory of holding. Let's see what Al Fuller says. Holding against the Crusaders. So that'll back them up just a little bit.
You wonder, too, because of you see now both defenses obviously playing so well today, right? And we've already got 2:02 left inside the first quarter. You're going to start to wonder here, does our special teams going to be a big play in this game where it could be field goal kickers really have a say in this game?
So first and goal from the 14. Panuchev hands it off. And not much room there. Willard on the tackle. And that'll bring up second and goal for the Crusaders. After the 1-yard gain, it'll be second and goal from the 13-yard line. So Lancaster's defense with the first opportunity to make a stand deep in their own end of the field. And here come the Crusaders. Panuchev points to the left side. He's back to pass. Runs to the near side. He throws incomplete. Bring up third and goal. The Legends getting some pressure there. And the pass is incomplete. Bring up third and goal.
It looked like there it was almost picked off there by number 35, Jacob Zimmerman, right? Just thrown a little bit short. Zimmerman just misses getting that. I'll tell you, that would have been a big pickoff right there to get that down, especially when you're trying for Canisius to be able to put some points up on the board. You do not want to get down in the red zone and not put anything up whatsoever.
And that's the last place on the field you want to turn that ball over. So third and goal from the 11. And a flag comes out, and that's also against Canisius. So this drive, since the one big play, has been moving backwards.
Coach Manziel right there, you can see he is passionate about his defense. There's no doubt about it, right? Knows defense inside and out, and he is absolutely does not want to see points get put up on the board.
And you saw the size of the crowd here at Lancaster. What a great crowd on a perfect night for football. Third and goal.
How about some of these shots by Mario Hall, right? I mean, Mario's just doing a fantastic job with that camera down at the field.
Third and goal. Panuchev hands it off, trying to go around the outside. Yancey on the carry, number 8. And it's fourth and goal for the Crusaders. A gain of 6. That's fourth and goal from the 10-yard line for the Crusaders as we're in the final minute of the first quarter. Now we'll see what Coach Krasansky and his staff dial up here.
But boy, there's not a place to really sit in this. And I'm looking down in the end zone, Stu. They are right now all along the end zone right now, standing down there. You can see it. Even the student section, they're standing up in the stands. They are standing everywhere for this one. Delay a game.
Another penalty on the Crusaders. That's like the third penalty in the last 4 plays. Wow, so it'll be fourth and goal from a little longer with 10 seconds showing on the clock in the first quarter. Tom, there have been many nights in my career at Channel 2 when I shot games here at Lancaster when, just like this, the crowd's everywhere. You're trying to find a good spot to shoot from, and there's fans everywhere. It's a great thing. It's great to see, especially after we missed all that time from COVID. It's great to see people
yeah,
coming
no
back.
doubt. This is just great to be a part of an atmosphere like this.
Panuchev back to pass. He's got time, and now he's going to run. He throws on the run, almost intercepted. Incomplete, and Lancaster holds on downs.
It was funny, almost intercepted and almost caught for a touchdown, Stu. As it went past the defenders, it didn't look like it was deflected and almost caught there by the receiver.
I think that was Jacob Zimmerman who almost picked it off. And it's 1st and 10 now for the Legends with exactly 1 second showing on the clock for the quarter as you get inside the Lancaster huddle there around Coach Eric Rupp.
Canisius is known year after year for a field goal kicker. I'm actually shocked they didn't try to put some points up on the board just even with the field goal.
Yeah, their kicker, Domenico Colleccia, not called on, at least not yet, not in that drive. So 1st and 10 for the Legends at their own 15-yard line. Stoltz claps his hands and hands it off to Harry, and there's really nowhere for him to run. And that will bring the first quarter to a close. After 1 quarter, Canisius nothing, Lancaster nothing. You're watching high school football on Western New York Athletics.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
Second quarter about to get underway here at Lancaster. It's scoreless. And the Legends have the ball 2nd and 9 at their own 16-yard line. They stopped Canisius on downs after the Crusaders had a goal-to-goal situation from inside the 5-yard line after they hit the biggest play of the game. Now we'll see what the Legends do here on this possession. You'd think they'd get a pretty big lift from stopping them on downs back in that part of the field.
That first one, though, you saw they tried going right up the middle, right up that A-gap, and it was a big stop there for Canisius, right? Tough to run right up that A-gap, especially when you think the strength is that defensive line right there.
Max Stolt hands it off, coming to the near side, coming down the sideline, getting good yardage. Cologne, and good gain there, first down. Sean Anderson for Canisius on the tackle. Jaden Cologne, the wide receiver, on the carry.
What do you want to do when you feel like the line is a little bit different? Get it out past the lineman. They do a great job there in Lancaster to make that happen. Kick it out, pitch it out past that line, and you can see how quick they got to the outside to be able to get a nice run on there.
And they'll hand it off to Harry. He'll go right up the middle, and he's got some running room. He's at the 50. Micah Harry at the 30, 20, 10, touchdown Lancaster. Micah Harry goes 76 yards for the first touchdown of the game, and the Legends lead 6-0. Right up the middle.
Right up the gut. Like we said, they're going to run things. You got to do things a little differently to open those holes. They do it on that play, especially right after you saw they were stopped on the first down play. Great job. Great job by that offensive line right there for Lancaster. You saw that hole completely opened up. That was all about an offensive line right there as they do a great job of opening that hole for Micah Harry.
And they will try to add the extra point. Cannon Converse. Kick is up, and it's good. And with 11:40 to play in the second quarter, the Legends have taken a 7-0 lead. And now we'll get an idea how Canisius responds, and we'll see if they come up with something a little bit different. As you see Harry on the sidelines getting congratulations from his teammates. I love the eye black. That's old school, baby. I love that.
Listen, you got to love everything about this running back, right? He's that legit. And I'll tell you, he really was about his Lancaster teammates. And that right there is what you love, right? The running back and the lineman when they come together, because you know it's a team effort in order to make a run like that happen.
And no doubt, I'm taking a wild guess here, Tom, when the 10 finalists for the Connolly Cup are announced, Micah Harry will be in that group.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I think we got a little more still to go, but boy, he keeps doing the way he is after a first quarter. I agree with you, Stu.
I like to do that just to get that out of you. So the Legends will kick it off. Damari Yancey, one of the deep men for Canisius.
Back deep to receive for Canisius.
And the kick is caught at the 30. It's kind of like a fair catch there. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, you got to think it's going to be an offsides.
Yeah, yep. So I think they'll make him kick it again. You know, tonight, no one's really tried to bounce in a lot of games I've seen this year, Tom, and maybe you too. Those kickoffs have been bounced.
Yep.
Or the kickers tried to place them. Very few kickoffs go deep, actually.
And look at the two gaps, right? You got a gap right after the first line and a gap after the third line. They're trying to go into that gap after the third line is where, there it is right there.
And it's right to one of the up guys. And going around the outside, Wilkinson with the ball and is finally ridden out of bounds close to midfield. So pretty good field position there for Canisius to start this drive.
And that's the problem doing some of those, right? Sometimes you're going to give the other team phenomenal field position, especially when they are able to make some sort of return right there, which is exactly what we saw Canisius do. I mean, starting out of your own 46-yard line, I think every team will take that as a starting point.
Kyrie Wilkinson on the return for the Crusaders. As you get another look at the crowd. Panuchev steps back to pass. Now he puts the ball away and decides to run and gives himself up and still got hit a little bit there. He's into Lancaster territory, and a couple of guys, I think Darius Servey and Jacob Zimmerman had contact with the quarterback after he gave himself up, but there are no flags on the play, but that's pretty close.
I'm with you, Stu. Listen, after what we've seen in the NFL, I think if it was in the NFL, that was where flags getting thrown all over the place. Unfortunately, I think they give a little more leeway. Not unfortunately. Fortunately, they give a little more leeway here in high school, and that's the reason why we didn't see a flag thrown.
Second down and 5 from the Lancaster 49. Panuchev throws on the far side, caught for a first down. Jaden Clark on the reception. It's a first down for the Crusaders, trying to answer the Lancaster touchdown. He caught it, turned, and took a step and got out of bounds. What a great-looking crowd.
Love the pink as they're supporting cancer. You know what I mean? This is a great listen, when you hit October and you see all the pink and all the support there it really is something that brings you close to your heart. You know that, not only do the students care, but the parents care, the adults care, everyone on this field cares.
And there's a handoff, and there's some running room right up the middle inside the 30. Nice run there by Dolson. Good run. It's a first down for the Crusaders, and suddenly here in the second quarter, things are beginning to open up. And the horrible thing about cancer is every family, it seems, has been impacted somehow by the horrible disease.
Yep, 100%. But I'll tell you, you called it. First quarter was the feeling out period, and now comes the scoring as the adjustments are being made by both teams.
1st and 10 from the 27 for the Crusaders. And there's the handoff, and that's a pretty good first down gain. That pile keeps on moving, and the ball came out. Lancaster says it's theirs, but the officials say it'll stay with Canisius.
You know, Dolson and a running back, what a strong, I mean, he really is. I tell you, when he's listed 5'10", 205, you actually, the way he runs, you would think he's even bigger, more of that fullback, that one who can go 225, 230, you know what I mean? That just that bruising back that once he goes up with a head of steam, watch out, he's going to either push you or take you down.
Well, the funny thing is he looks taller, and he looks like he's running straight up, but he's not. You know what I mean? It looks like he's pushing forward, but somehow he runs taller than he is, if that makes any sense. There's another run by the Crusaders. That time it was Nidell Lash. And it'll be 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 actually, for the Crusaders at the Lancaster 19.
It's 3rd down, Legends fans.
And you're definitely in 4th-down territory, right? We already seen they didn't kick the field goal the first time, so I think you're in 4th-down territory. It's 2 chances to get this.
I was just going to mention that. And, ooh, that's, good second effort there, and I think that got him the first down. Dolson, Tyrell Howard Dolson got the first down on the direct snap there. Good effort on his part. And he'll bring up a 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. These two teams slugging it out, a couple of Western New York heavyweights.
Won't be surprised to see. You just saw the runs, a quick, pass that we see come out here to try to start things off now for the new set of downs.
And there's a handoff, and Lash on the outside, and he's shoved out of bounds at about the 13 or 14-yard line.
Did a great job of turning what could have been a negative play right there into some positive yards. Did a great job of making a move and then getting to the corner and being able to get to the outside there.
I'm going to say it's a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8 from the 14. So the Legends, last time in this situation, they held on, and of course Canisius hurt themselves with penalties last time in the red zone. And we'll see if the Crusaders can do a better job this time around. And the ball's on the ground, it's loose. Canisius falls on it. Well, obviously there was a miscommunication there, and it was almost really costly for the Crusaders, but fortunately for them, they fell on the loose ball.
Yeah, that would have been a huge momentum swing, right? We already had the momentum swing where, Harry busts out and goes for a touchdown. But, boy, what would that have been to be able to answer like that, get the ball back after a touchdown like that? That would have been a perfect answer for Lancaster. But, again, great job by Canisius to be able to fall on that and be able to give themselves an opportunity still here.
It's 3rd and 11 from the 17-yard line as the Crusaders. Now here's Panuchev looking. And there's a flag that comes out. The pass is incomplete. And the flag, from a Canisius standpoint, we got a couple of players having words, but nothing fortunately comes of it. That flag might be in the area of holding, and it is holding against the Crusaders. Well, penalties have really hurt Canisius so far in this game.
And this is gonna be tough to overcome, right?
Well, they're
going to decline it. So they're going to go to send it to 4th down, right?
Yes, they want it to be 4th and 11. So Coach Rupp decides, you know what, we're going to decline that. We'll make him go for it on 4th down. And here come the Crusaders to the line of scrimmage. Now, this might be one of those times when Panuchev looks for Mikey Doctor.
I was just thinking the same thing, Stu. You go to your big guy right there, right? Doctor is one of the top receivers, not only in for Canisius, not only in the Monsignor Martin, but he's one of the top receivers in Western New York. You got to look to a guy like that to be able to make something happen.
All right, 7:23 to go here in the second quarter. Lancaster up 7-0. Canisius with a 4th and 11 from the 17-yard line as we go inside the Lancaster huddle right there. And
but I do like the timeout call here because this is something that you really need to try to make happen here. I mean, 4th and 11 is, I don't want to say manageable, but it is at least doable. It's not like this crazy play that you're going to need to make happen, but you've got to make something happen right here.
And it's not 4th and goal either. So,
Right.
in other words, you can get the first down. And there's another opportunity for both teams here, the Legends, to make another 4th down stop and the Crusaders to convert one. They were stopped on downs at the other end of the field late in the first quarter. Hanuchev back to pass. He throws. It's caught. Touchdown, Canisius. What a play. It'll make it 7-6.
A 17-yard touchdown
Kevin-
pass from Nicholas Panuchev
to
to Evan Dean.
Evan Dean on the reception, and it's a 7-6 game, and now the Crusaders will try to tie it up here.
That right there was an impressive pass by Panuchev. It really was. He really fit that right in and found his man inside the end zone.
I would say that was a big-time play on both ends. The kick is up, and it's good. And with 7:16 to play here in the second quarter, we're all tied up at 7. Let's take a quick break. You're watching high school football on Western New York Athletics.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
You're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
I love being home.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Back at Lancaster, where the Crusaders have tied it and are set to kick off, as you see the Canisius fans on the far side of the field. Micah Harry, Jaden Cologne back deep to receive the kick. Michael Doctor, I don't know him, so I shouldn't really call him Mikey, but but I'm guessing that's what his teammates call him. And Doctor puts his foot into the ball, picked up by Cologne on the far side. He's got some running room, and he takes it out almost to the 50-yard line, where the Legends will start 1st and 10. So that time, I give Cologne a lot of credit because the idea was make it tough to handle the ball. Well, he picked it up and got a good return out of it. 1st and 10, Lancaster.
We got a score update for everybody as Bennett is taking on Maritime Health Sciences. Bennett leads 20-0 with 9:50 left in the second after a 70-yard TD pass to Jameer Thomas, leading the way for Bennett.
1st and 10, Lancaster.
One of the store at the end of the first. Fredonia leads 27-0 over Silver Creek. Micah Davis with an 11-yard touchdown in that one.
Hand off to Micah Harry. He's across the midfield stripe into Canisius territory, and he'll bring up 2nd down.
McKinley taking the lead over West Seneca West 8-7 with 7:16 left in the second quarter. And then from Medina right now, Medina leads 7-0 with 3:14 in the first half over East Aurora Holland.
Stolt fires the pass to Jack Harrington, complete for a 1st down at about the 41-yard line.
First down.
Now, Tom, the Williamsville East Sweet Home game last week, have you seen either one of those two teams?
Yes.
Well, when we get a second, I'd like to get your impressions of both those teams. Because that, as you mentioned, that was the game of the week. There's a handoff to Harry, and another outstanding run, and a late flag comes in. Gained about 7 or 8 yards, and then the flag came in.
You wonder if that's a face mask call right there, Stu.
Could be. It was it. Yeah, that's what Lancaster's saying. Good call, Tom. Oh, you got those eagle eyes, man. That was really good. That's what the Legends players are pointing and saying. And Al Fuller says, face mask. And once again, Tom Prince is correct. You never miss.
So, Stu, what was great about that game, we talked about this, was two teams that are trying to do the same thing here. That was a game where you had two completely different styles that you were trying to play. Sweet Home, more of a running game behind Theodore. You have the passing game of Sansone over to Faison Jr. That was a big different styles in what both teams are trying to do.
Harry gets the call. Gains about 4, bring up second down. Looked like he slipped a little bit there, Tom, to your earlier point.
Yeah, we talked about that, yeah.
To your earlier point.
But Theodore came up with 188 yards in that game behind that big offensive line of Sweet Home. 6 touchdowns by Sansone. Just unbelievable game.
And that time, Canisius says, okay, we got you, Micah Harry. You're not getting anything on this play, and that'll bring up third down. He was stuffed, maybe even lost a yard. He was not getting past the line of scrimmage that time. That'll bring up 3rd and 8 from the 28 for the Legends. A 2-yard loss on the play. Good play by the Crusaders.
Trying to get everybody, see if we can get another score update for you here.
5:15 to play here in the second quarter, and we get some whistles and a timeout taken by Canisius. Let's take another timeout. You're watching high school football on Western New York Athletics.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient person.
3rd down and 8 for the Legends at the Canisius 28-yard line. We're all tied up at 7. Stolt takes that shotgun snap, rolls a little bit to the right, and throws on the far side, and actually kept it. Ran out of bounds. Very short gain. That'll bring up 4th down, maybe 4th and 6 if he got 2 yards. See where they spot it. Maybe no gain either. You're going to say 4th and 8 from the 28. No gain on the play.
Another scoring update coming from Maryville as Maryville leads 13-0 over Falconer Casadega Valley Maple Grove team.
You can say 4th and 11 from the 31. And the Legends are going to go for it here. Now back to pass is Stolt. He throws deep toward the end zone. Oh, incomplete. Right through the fingers of the intended receiver. Intended for Matt Bauer, and he just couldn't quite bring that one in. And the Crusaders will take over on downs at their own 31-yard line. So now each team with a 4th down stop.
Another score as Jamestown leads 20-0 over Niagara Falls.
So 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Just under 5 minutes to play in the first half. All tied at 7. Panuchev decides to run, and he's brought down after maybe a 2-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd down for the Crusaders. And the clock continues to roll as we get late in the first half.
3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
Wow. Hamilton 7-yard touchdown run. Bennett is up 28-0 at All High Stadium. So the Tigers rolling along, playing the Falcons of Health Sciences Western New York Maritime.
And think of how they played a great game
Yes,
against Canisius. So it just shows how good this team is.
And there's a good hard run by the Crusaders. Howard Dolson on the carry. That'll bring up third down.
Wow, I got a big update.
What do you got?
8-0 Sweet Home at the end of the first quarter, and then a quick turnaround as Hamburg goes 28 points. They now lead 24-8. 10 minutes in the second quarter. Hamburg with a big run right there.
Wow, what an explosion.
And if you remember, Orchard Park was almost about to be tied with Sweet Home, make a fourth down stop, scored 28 points in 3 minutes against them. So this is the second time they've seen this run against them.
Third down and 3 from their own 38 for the Crusaders. We're all tied at 7 late in the first half. And here's Panuchev. He's in trouble. He gets it away, throws, and incomplete. Well, Panuchev faced a lot of pressure there as they sent a blitzer. And the pass is incomplete. Sam Judas putting the pressure on, and that'll bring up 4th and 3.
Well, he's the one who almost intercepted it. That ball just came out of his hands right there is what it was.
4th down and 3 from the 38. I don't know about you, but I think one of the best things about high school football is all the times these teams go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, well, again, and we talked about it, right? We already know Coach, right? He does not like to punt. He really doesn't. It's one of his things. It's his MO. We know it, and he's showing it in this game. He's going to go. We may see this. We may see a punt here.
I was just about to say that. Oh, the snap is high, and the punt is nearly blocked, but it'll bounce at about the 20, and it'll be down right around the Lancaster 20. Well, that was pretty close to being blocked. Somebody got through there.
But I do like I do like that he punted. You got 3 minutes in this game. It has been an absolute defensive battle. You do not want to give Lancaster the possibility of getting great field position right there if you're Canisius. So I do like the punt right there. But now, Canisius, stick to what you got, right? It's been working. Harry's been finding it. Get that opening. Figure out how to open up that gap right there, because if he sees any open grass, watch out. He's taking it.
Yeah, we've already seen him do it once tonight. The Lancaster touchdown, a 76-yard run. The yardage on that is unofficial by Micah Harry. Max Stolt throws. Caught on the far side for about a gain of 6 or 7.
So you remember we talked
Harrington on the catch, yes.
We talk a little bit about, right, the style of both teams, right? I want you to look at the setup and watch how many people are in the box. Look at the box.
Yeah.
Look at they're playing as if this is going to be right now something that's going to be short.
And what a great run, what a great call. They went to the outside, they faked Harry up the middle, and they take it all the way out to about the 44-yard line.
Great quarterback keeper there by Stoltz. As you could see, it looked like it was going to be a run to Harry. He keeps it and gets some opening on the outside there.
Great call, great play. Now he throws on the far side. That's incomplete, and that'll stop the clock. Intended for Harrington. Bring up 2nd and 10 from the 43 after the big run by Stolt.
Maybe some of the people along the fence. Why don't we get some of the people along the fence?
2nd and 10 for the Legends. Lancaster scored first, and Canisius has answered. And that's where we are. Late in the first half, Stolt throws, tosses it up there, and it's incomplete, overthrown. Matt Bauer, the intended receiver, a little overthrown there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down for the Legends. 2:04 to play. Second quarter. What a perfect night for a high school football game.
It is gorgeous. It really is. And I'll tell you, 2:04 more than enough time. Remember, for those of you watching, the clock does stop if you get a first down because they got to move the chains right there. So a quick stoppage where you can get up and get your team ready to make a play.
Stolt gets the snap, rolls to the near side, throws. They're going to call that a catch?
No, they're going to call that passing interference.
Okay.
That's going to get called right there in number 14.
I see the flag. Caleb Dunbar. Rico Brown was interfered with.
No, Rico Brown was the one who actually, they're going to call it on.
Offensive interference. Oh, no,
Defense. They're going to call it on, Rico Brown
that's what happens when the player went out of the screen. That'll be against Canisius. Rico Brown, that'll give Lancaster a first down. Player went out of the screen.
Now, remember, folks, it's not an automatic first down. So it isn't automatic. It is because of the yards. So it is a 15-yard penalty right there. So because of that, they get the first down. Not automatic like you do see in the NFL right there.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Legends at the Canisius 42-yard line. Penalties have really hurt Canisius in this game.
I agree. In fact, you got to think that's one of the things Coach Krasinski's going to talk about in that locker room that says we've got to clean up the penalty flags. And I don't mean that because I thought that was a bang-bang play. It was close. I'm talking about the offsides penalties, right? Things like that holding penalties that you got to clean up.
And there's a run to Harry. Maybe gets a yard or two, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And they're going to give him 3, says the official score. Be 2nd and 7 from the 39 for the Legends. We'll get some halftime statistics. We actually have at least some Lancaster stats.
We're sitting next to the statisticians right there, next to you. Another scoring update we'll give in a minute.
Stoll throws. It's caught on the far side and down inside right about the 20-yard line. Jalen Cologne on the reception. It's a first down for the Legends. Clock will stop on the first down. The Legends hustling toward the line of scrimmage.
2 quick scoring updates for you, too, Stu. Q2, Jamestown up 27-0 over Niagara Falls. Drake to Penabenko. And Fredonia, 31-yard touchdown pass from Fry to Whitfield, 34-0 lead for Fredonia right there.
Well, we've got one of the few close games tonight, Tom.
Yeah, well, listen, we always pick the good ones, right?
Well, Stowe's going to keep it himself, and he gets inside the 20 down to about the 17 or 18-yard line.
Hunter Yancey on the stop.
It'll be 2nd down, and now Lancaster will take a timeout with just we're in the final minute of the first half. And Lancaster would obviously like to get the lead before halftime. In a perfect world, they could score and leave Canisius no time to do anything with on the clock as we look down at the Canisius bench. Crusaders players over there getting some water, getting them instructions from the coaches. I believe that's Lancaster's first timeout. Looks like Canisius is out of timeouts. Lancaster has 2 left.
I don't know. We may have been off on the timeout. So, but I'll tell you, we're also doing the Maryville Falconer Cassadaga Valley Maple Grove game. That's the other one we're broadcasting. They're 13-0 at half. So that's actually, you know what I mean, not a bad game right there.
Close.
And especially you saw Falconer Cassadaga Valley Maple Grove come off with a big win over Olean this past week. I think you never want to face Olean. They always have a great team. It doesn't matter what the sport is. And they really took it to them last week. And I'll tell you, this was a game they really wanted to come up and do. And Maryville really wanted to put their stamp on why they're undefeated.
That's a great compliment and a very true compliment to and for Olean. And you're 100% correct. Well, here we go. 2nd and 8 from the 19 for the Legends. Stolt rolls to the right, and he's knocked out of bounds. And it'll be 3rd down.
So the reps run in.
Actually, I think. And you know what, Tom? I think they changed numbers. He's wearing number 4. I had him as 29. They have Cole Friend, a defensive lineman, as number 4. Well, good thing we figured that out, huh? It'll be 3rd and 9 from the 20 because Cologne lost a yard. I kept looking at that, and I'm like, well, that's a 4, but it says it's a defensive lineman on my roster. So 3rd and 9 from the 20, 45 seconds showing on the clock. Now Stolt looks, rolls a little bit to the right, throws it, dropped by Harry. He couldn't hang on to that one. And there's a flag on the far side.
That's going to be a late hit, Stu.
And that'll give him a first down, won't it?
It depends whether they do the 5 or the 15, of course, but You would think a hit out of bounds like that is going to go as a 15-yarder.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, and a first down. So once again, Canisius is hurt by the penalty.
Roughing the passer, though, is one of the 4 plays that is an automatic first down. That is one of the ones that is automatic.
So first down for Lancaster with 38 seconds left on the clock. First and goal from the 10. First and goal from the 10 for the Legends. They'll hand it off to Micah Harry, and he's stopped after maybe 2 or 3 yards. And Lancaster, if they want, can take a timeout, and they do. That's their second timeout of the game. So that Canisius penalty keeping the drive alive, providing a first down. I'm going to say Canisius is getting close to